and I want to show you something before we do any taping. So these are the toe caps. So if you haven't seen a toe cap, they'll be up here, play around with them, okay? So they'll go right onto the person's toe. This is somebody who, you know, you don't want to be taping for so long, or they don't want to be taping. This might not be the right size. They have all different sizes. There's like smaller, skinnier for the second toe and other toes, you got it? So lots of different sizes and options, but it would go just like that. You want to stretch the Scylla post, you want to have them slide it on, and then that is in place of their tape. If they don't like taping, don't want to tape, and they feel this is easier, they don't want to get into it, you're not around, and you can just have them buy some toe caps, okay? So that's going to be here for you. We'll keep them just so people who haven't felt a toe cap. And then when we get to fingers, you'll see we use the smaller ones for fingers, but also like jammed knuckles. What I'll do is I'll cut these, and I'll put this through the jammed knuckle. So as you're returning to sport, this is another way to protect joints and things, okay? So I like that. And then let me just show you this. So you'll practice all this stuff through the week and next week, but I wanted to get this on tape for some of you who will be in here. So we're gonna talk about patellar tendon issues. The two easiest things you could do for somebody with anterior knee pain by supporting them is, the first easiest thing is to support the tendon and support the patella. We want to give this patella a little place to kind of cradle itself into. We're going to do a full stretch. You see it? We're going to come up into pressing. So this is about 75 to 100%. We're going to push into the patellar tendon. The inferior pole of the patella is there too, okay? And we're gonna come around, enveloping the patella, okay? And then we're gonna just lay down our edges in the direction, because what's the big thing we wanna be focused on with the knee?
Medial glide of the patella.
The tracking, right? The overall tracking. Typically, yes, it might go medially, it might do a little lateral tilt depending on how much tone is from the VL and the VM, right? If there's an imbalance here. But essentially we want it to track properly. And so what I like to do is envelop the whole thing. You know those knee braces that leave the little circular hole and they have a little U shape under? We just recreated that using a Kinesio piece. Okay, really, really simple for somebody who you need to think about tracking in patellofemoral. The other concept you might want is, if you know it's specifically laterally tracking, and that's the big problem, is that it goes laterally through more tightness or force through the VL. You can do the horseshoe coming at the patella this way. And you'll sort of see right where the patella is, come right at it, full stretch, come right at it, give it a push, and then you're gonna do it like that. These are your blocking techniques, okay? These are your mechanical blocking techniques for knee pain. I've got a handful of other fancy ones in your handout that we will talk about next week. But these are like the two simplest things that I could do in the clinic, and this is easy for the patient to replicate when this wears off 3 to 5 days from now, because the knee is going to get so much action from flexion extension and stairs and walking and sitting and standing and showers. This is going to give way pretty easily. Does that make sense?